Hi everyone, it's Gary Nicholson here for the Mountain Weather Information Service. This is your planning outlook video updated on Tuesday the 16th of May. Now, a rather unsettled outlook will continue through the weekend and into the early part of next week. A broad area of low pressure will just park itself across the British Isles and just move around very slowly. So expect some heavy showers and some longer periods of rain to be in the forecast at times as well. Some drier and brighter areas, so occasional sunshine and some very good visibility to be found. So not a complete write-off, just the day-to-day detail is going to be rather tricky. Temperatures around the average for the time of year, but quite close to freezing still on the higher Scottish summits in particular. Now, plenty more details on the next few days as usual in all the written files here on the website, but just briefly to set the scene, here's Wednesday's chart. A slow moving frontal wave system moving up across central and southeastern Britain, giving heavy rain, that affecting parts of east and south Wales, also into the Peaks and Pennines as well. But further towards the Lake District, south of Scotland, you're in the clear. Central and southeastern Scotland likely dry much of the day. A few showers though into the West Highlands. Winds fairly light for most, but a bit blustery on those northwestern Scottish summits. Thursday sees that frontal system clear away towards Scandinavia. Low pressure broadly centred to the northwest of Britain, with showers breaking out through the day. These are most widespread, I suspect, across Scotland, but some also across Wales, locally heavy and thundery and quite slow moving into the afternoon. Scattering of showers across the Pennines and Lake District as well by the afternoon. By Friday, though, as low pressure just centres itself a bit closer to the British Isles, we'll see showers breaking out increasingly widely. And these heavy, slow-moving and thundery, by the afternoon in particular, many places seeing some heavy downpours, some hail, thunder and lightning is very likely. With light winds, they're not going to go too far too quickly, so if you do get a shower, chances are you'll see some rain for a good hour or more. So just be aware of that into the afternoon. Just to look at temperatures, this chart is the 850 millibar chart, and this is giving temperatures essentially around 4,500 to 5,000 feet in the atmosphere, just a bit higher than the highest Scottish summits. The numbers you can see on the white background, the 140 is indicating 1,400 metres above sea level. This chart then is for Thursday, and just notice the yellower colours just off the eastern side of Britain, which is the warm and humid air mass that's been across the country, or at least central and southern parts, through the middle part of this week, but cooler conditions are generally extending in from the west. Freezing levels not too much above the highest summits, although I suspect it generally values do stay above freezing, say on Ben Nevis and the Cairngorms. But you're only going to be a couple of degrees above freezing broadly and over a few days. Not too much change to that story, I suspect, into the weekend. Overall then, the higher Scottish summits around 1 to 3 Celsius through this time, the values at around 700 metres or so, somewhere in the range at 5 to 8 Celsius going into the weekend and beyond. In the glens and the valleys, you'll be topping out at around 14 to 16 or 17 Celsius in a few sunnier spots, always cooler where showers are around. This chart just basically I'm running on over a few days, and there's not a great deal of change in those temperatures. Overnight, we could see a touch of frost even in a few of the glens and the valleys, particularly across Scotland, with clearing skies overnight. So some cool nights, some reasonable days if you're away from the showers. Now, just stepping back to look at the big picture into the weekend and beyond, and not a great deal of detail that we can really get out of it at this stage. This sort of weather pattern is not one that gives us great confidence once we go more than a few days ahead. Broadly, though, it's a slow-moving cyclonic weather pattern. In other words, we've got an area of low pressure that's just parked across the country. It's a real washing machine effect, really, where it'll just revolve around bits of fronts and troughs and disturbances just moving around slowly. Showers breaking out during the day as well. So all a complicated mix, and it means that many areas are at risk of seeing some rain, heavy at times, and it may well last for a good few hours if you do get it. Some places it may just get away dry, generally coastal regions faring the best, as showers will tend to break out most widely for inland areas through this sort of pattern. This then takes you through Sunday. Again, showers will break out pretty widely through the day, and if we just skip the story on really over a few days into next week, low pressure will stay close to hand. The exact detail very tricky. This is just off one forecast model. They're not all in very good agreement at this stage, but the main message to take though is that low pressure is close to hand. We've got showery mixed conditions really, sunshine and showers heading into next week. I think that story not changing a great deal. We may just see pressure try and build a little as the week goes on, but we're always just watching for areas of low pressure to return to the fold. The one that's over Scandinavia is the original low. One out over the Atlantic is another one trying just to push its way in. So a rather changeable week ahead, I think, going towards the end of May. We'll update this planning video for you on Friday afternoon with the details looking ahead into next week. Thanks for watching and bye for now.